I'm Adam Haas. I'm a junior at Washington University. What we're hoping to do today is show Senator McCaskill she needs to cross the line and stand with people, not polluters. We want her to commit to giving back any dirty energy money that she has received from campaign contributions. We want her to shift fossil fuel subsidies away from fossil fuels towards renewable energy technologies. And we want her to support an end to offshore oil drilling.
Collective, muted outrage across our country to demand change in our government and our country. We've been glued to our screens and to our monitors, watching the disaster unfold in the Gulf. So let's take a step back and take a look at this from a broader perspective. 5 months ago, 5 workers were killed when a natural gas line blew up in Connecticut. 3 months ago, 15 days before the explosion in the Gulf, 29 of the 31 miners at the Upper Big Branch mine in West Virginia were killed in a huge mine explosion. Each time, our nation reacted with disgust. But we were only compelled and we were shocked by the subsequent tragedy. Sure, we can criminalize Don Blankenship, CEO of Mattie Energy. We can criminalize Tony Hayward of BP.
Susan? I'm so thankful to see so many young people out here. We're doing this for you and your children and grandchildren. You may not know it, but the Labadie MRNUE plant is the 11th largest coal-burning plant in the country. And what they're hoping to do is build a 400-acre... Thank you. A 400-acre coal ash landfill next to the Missouri River. How many of you live downstream from the Missouri River?
I do.
You got it, buddy. That's your water.
It's the 3rd generation of her family from the Mobile Bay. Both of my grandparents' ashes are scattered in the Gulf of Mexico. And every summer of my life, I go back to Gulf Shores, Alabama. And so for me, the Gulf is childhood, family, fresh shrimp, blue-green water, and wild pelicans. But the last time I was there was 8 weeks ago. And our trip was planned before the oil well broke. But when we arrived, we realized we had arrived just in time to see it before it's all gone. Standing on the beach, I couldn't see any tar balls yet, but we knew they were coming. I said a silent goodbye to myself, said goodbye to the Gulf of my childhood, because I knew that when I returned, she wouldn't be there.
What do we want? What do we want? Clean energy! What do we need it now? What do we want? Clean energy! Where is it now? What do we want? Clean energy! Where do we need it now? What do we want? Clean energy! Where do we want?
Is the supporting end to offshore drilling? BP, your heart is black. You can take your oil back. BP, your heart is black. You can take your oil back. BP, your heart is black. You can take your oil back. BP, your heart is black. You can take your oil back. Our last
For the meetings we had for Senator McCaskill. We tried to step up the intensity of it just because we feel that this is a really important issue, and we know that Claire can be a champion on this. We just feel that she needs to take a stronger public stance on this clean energy issue and is fighting the dirty energy that still does exist and that has ravaged the Gulf. And if everybody here just wants to introduce themselves, Sarah has a great story about her relationship to the Gulf and what it means to her.
Well, my family is actually from Mobile, Alabama, and I grew up in St. Louis and still live here. But you know, visiting, we actually visited 2 months ago for my grandfather's funeral, because my whole family has been scattered in the Gulf of Mexico when they die, and it was, you know, it really felt like a goodbye to the Gulf too, because we knew that the next time that we were able to return whatever's there now, it's not going to be there. And the thing is, we live upstream from that, from whatever goes into there. And so both places that I live are highly affected by water area.
Wall Street's rapacious dealings are dealt with. But with climate, you can't. There's a real science here about what we need to do. And there's empirical evidence. There's, oil that's spilling, or as Chris said, there's mountains being destroyed, and there's a certain number of, parts per million that we can have in the atmosphere to avert this or not, and we're above that. So it's not like you can compromise and say, let's give a little bit of money to oil and a little bit of money to renewables. There is an absolute here. And there's a truth and there's a scientific truth, and we know that the senator believes in science. So we just have no choice right now but to force her to be on the side of the people.